Did feel like Nikita Zadorov really set the tone physically yesterday. Kennedy looked like he didn't take himself out of position, but wanted to play physically. Were you happy to see that? What does that do for the team?
For sure. He's the one guy, when you look at identities on our team, some guys are hard by being physical like Nikita. Other guys are hard in different ways, but that's part of his identity. So when he's on the ice, because he plays that way, people know. So I thought he did a good job with that last night.
Some of the things that maybe you weren't happy with last night, kind of some of the coverage things, are they pretty easy in your mind to clean up here going forward?
I don't know if it's ever easy. I think more of the coverage issues came from our management of the puck, more so than anything, Pat. We gave the puck up way too easily last night at times, and then at other times we forced it when we should have just been putting it behind them. Winnipeg did a good job of staying up nice and tight, but we have to learn how to handle that type of pressure for sure.
What's the key to handling that type of pressure?
I think it's awareness from your wingers a lot of times, and I think it's your defenseman making the confident play, whether that's on the tape or if that's up and in behind. Yeah.
And that kind of speaks to that connectivity. I think a couple of guys mentioned that too. Just whether it's in your own zone or getting through the neutral zone, kind of making sure it's a group of five.
Yeah, when we're getting there. It's not there yet, you can tell. But that's a big part of the game. When everybody's kind of in sync, things flow. And when they're not quite at that connected level, it's choppy, and that's the way we were. So we're going to keep working on that as we go here.
Not to draw parallels to last year at all, but early in the season last year, we did hear a lot of guys just being like, "We got to get on the road. We got to get together, be on the road." This year, you have this road trip to start. Is that good?
I think it is. I mean, and I don't like ever saying family's a distraction because it's so far from it. But the reality is, when you're on the road, you fly with a group of guys. You get on the plane, you get off the plane, you go to the hotel on a bus together. You go to dinner together. You have pregame skate together. Everything is together. So it's good. It gives people that don't really know each other all that well yet an opportunity to maybe learn something about each individual on our team, and then I think it helps to strengthen a connection for sure.
It looks like Jagr Sharangovich is trying to find himself or figure out where he fits in with this team. What potential does he have as a player, in your opinion?
I think he has a lot of potential. He's a smart player. He sees the game really well, and he's got a good skill set that goes along with it. So while he's trying to sort himself out, we're trying to also sort out where he fits, where he's going to fit in at, I guess, the best that's going to help our team have success. So I do think he is a good player, and he's capable of a lot of good things. The challenge for him is to start feeling like he can be a little bit more assertive when he's playing the game, demand the puck a little bit more, play with a little bit more edge, and then I think we'll see his game take some steps.
How did you feel decided to load up with Kadri, Huberdeau, and Lindholm on the same line? What goes into that decision?
When you look at them, they're at the top of our offensive players. So offensive zone faceoffs, maybe after a penalty kill, stuff like that, it gives them an opportunity maybe to create something at a certain time of the game. That's really what it comes down to, Pat. Yeah.
What did you feel about Matt Coronado's game? He said to me, he goes, that was the fastest game he's ever played in terms of the intensity, the speed of it. Because, I mean, his NHL game last year was 82 against two teams that were just trying to get to summer.
Yeah, it's funny that exhibition, or you go training camp, and it takes a step at exhibition, then it takes a step at the regular season. It's going to take another step around Christmas. It'll take another step around the trade deadline. And for young guys, they figure that out in a hurry. So I'm glad to hear that Matthew, he took that in last night. I mean, there are some really good teams, really good players in this league. And for a young guy, it just helps him recognize that I have to do things a little bit quicker. I can be the same player that I am, but I have to speed my decision-making up.
Could you tell them it before they go through it? They just
you
can tell them, but they don't believe it until they see it.
They need that experience for sure. Yeah.
Could you see him, translate that as the game's going on too? Just maybe in how his game progressed through 60 minutes, even.
Yeah, I thought not just Matty. I thought a lot of our guys were like eyes wide open. And opening night, there's a different level of pressure that comes with it. And Michael Backlund would probably say that he felt some because he's wearing the captaincy for the first time in front of the great crowd that we have. So everybody feels pressure in their own way. The challenge is you make sure you're prepared properly so you don't have to worry about anything. Just go out and play your game. But opening night, there's a lot of different nerves, different energy that comes into play. So I think by us getting on the road, to your earlier question, I think will be a good thing.
And they say good teams find ways to win. I think about the game the Bruins won in here last year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the Flames win that game last year with the way it went back and forth. Can that help build some belief, and how important is that?
I think it's early in the year for that. I mean, I think it's important that for Markey, I thought he had an awesome game. And I think it's important for our guys to know that we have one of the best goaltenders behind us, so let's go and play our game type thing. But I think it's really early in the year for that. Yep.